what's your name and how'd you first hear about us?
My name is Kim, and I first heard about you guys through just a website search. I had a Pilates instructor recommend dry needling for some issues she was experiencing, and so I did a search on people qualified to do that, and I came across the Active PT site, and that's how I was introduced to John.
Nice. And how long have you been with Active PT?
Since June of 2019, I believe. So I've been coming here regularly for a while.
Okay. For the same thing or for a couple of
I
things?
started coming in because I was due for a hip replacement, and so I was still having some pain day to day, chronic pain that I was dealing with. Wasn't sure if I was going to have surgery yet, and so I wanted to strengthen whatever areas were weak to try and at least get through my day-to-day responsibilities without pain while I was making that decision.
Okay. And what are we working on now?
Right now, we are working on post-op recovery because I got my hip replaced last October, and so I've been coming here since then to get back up on my feet and get going again, and we are tapering off at this time down to about 2 appointments a week or a month, and we're working on balance and strengthening still, but things are getting better week by week.
Perfect. Before you came in for treatment, were there things that you weren't able to do, like regular things, sports, hobbies?
So much I couldn't do. I couldn't even take a walk around the block with my friends without experiencing pain and having to stop and take a break. I couldn't even get through some short stints of housework without having to sit down and take a break, or standing for a long time while making dinner in the kitchen. Those kinds of things that you take for granted when you're not dealing with chronic pain were things that I was really struggling with.
Gotcha. Before coming to physical therapy, was there anything that you tried to help with your issues before? Any kind of interventions?
I tried, this wasn't my first physical therapy location that I tried, and I also had tried like Pilates. I was put on some kind of anti-inflammation medication to try and deal with it. So I had tried a few things. I had seen a few doctors before discovering Active PT.
Okay, and then what were the specific goals for coming to PT, and do you feel that we've helped you reach them?
Definitely my goals have been met. When I made the decision to have the surgery done, the goal then became to get me as strong as possible before surgery so that my recovery would be as smooth as could possibly be, and also so that it would be as quick as could possibly be too. And so because I was as strong as I could be before the surgery, coming out of surgery and starting up physical therapy again, it felt like it was a lot faster in my healing and a lot smoother than I would have expected, and I dealt with a lot less pain, and I gained strength a lot more quickly than I expected as well.
Perfect, great. So if a friend or family member was experiencing the same thing, would you recommend them doing physical therapy?
Oh, for sure. I am definitely an advocate of physical therapy now, especially because I've seen all the benefits that I've reaped from it.
Awesome. So you mentioned you'd been to another PT clinic before. What was similar? What was different from us and them?
The ones that I had tried before, I'm not sure if it was because I personally had so many weak areas and wasn't strong enough, or I wasn't explaining exactly what I needed and the areas that I needed to improve on so that they could help me. But when I came here, he knew to push me. He knew to test those boundaries and get me just outside of that comfort zone as far as my pain level went. And so then that's when I really started seeing progress. After a few months of coming to him, I realized I could like walk from my car to the desk when I was at work and walking into the office without pain. I could even walk from my office, my desk, to the kitchen to get a cup of coffee, and I realized I wasn't in pain. So it was little things like that that I started noticing that made me realize I was getting stronger, and the pain that I was experiencing daily for hours and hours on end a day was starting to ease up.
So would you say that you would recommend active physical therapy?
I would definitely recommend active physical therapy. I would definitely recommend John. He's been great to work with.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Kim. Great job.
You're welcome.
It's always good.